Hello and welcome to VG 24/7. I'm Alice and I'm here with Kirk.
Hello.
And we're here to talk about 5 things we loved about Watch Dogs Legion. Kirk, you've played about 3 hours of this now, right?
That's right, yeah.
So maybe we should kick things off by talking about the setting, which is post-Brexit London.
Yeah, it's really impressive actually. Ubisoft's recreation of London's up there with Los Santos, I think, in GTA 5 when it comes to convincing worlds. Even though it's not to scale, you can drive through London and recognise the places you've been in real life. You can go to the top of the London Eye and see that same skyline. It even sounds like London. But this is like a caricature of London. So you'll walk past souvenir stores filled with Union Jack tap, blasting out "It's coming home." There's Cockney rhyming slang. People call you a twat.
Sorry, it's just that they know you so well. They know you so well.
There's English-style pubs where people drink tepid pints and play darts. The police sirens, the car horns. It does an incredible job of matching the atmosphere of actual London. All of the NPCs have routines as well, so you might see people playing darts, drinking in the pubs, or heading to mourn a loved one, and you can follow them around and they'll change their routine at specific times of the day. It's great for people watching, much like the real London. There's as many weirdos as well.
Well, especially with you walking around. The most major change from previous Watch Dogs games is that you can play as pretty much anyone. Is that right?
Yeah, so like the old games, you remember a DedSec, a white hat hacker group. But instead of being the main member, this time you are DedSec, and this being a revolution, anyone can be a member of DedSec. You walk around London scanning people, and your hacking device tells you about them. Almost everyone in the city is recruitable, and different kinds of people come with different perks. So if you recruit a barrister, you'll be able to get your captured agents out of prison quicker. Get a physician, and you'll shorten hospital visits. A boxer might have a gum shield, so he takes less damage from melee attacks. A construction worker could parkour up scaffolding without anyone batting an eye. Then there's negative traits. That boxer, for example, he might be famous and so people will recognise him in the streets. The construction worker might have flatulence, so she farts and alerts people when you're trying to sneak through an area. It all feeds into the game so that the systems create interesting stories, like that time you farted and got spotted.
That's mad. Just imagine having like IBS or something and just having some toast for breakfast and then ruining your whole stealth mission.
To be honest,
be the worst thing.
Yeah, I think they should do it in RPGs, like when you're doing your stats there should be a IBS stat.
That's so funny. So it's a bit like an anecdote generator.
Yeah, well, this is directed by Clint Hockin, who was the game director of Far Cry 2. You either think Far Cry 2 is the best one in the series, or you want it to die in a fire,
Okay.
which is kind of relevant because fire spreading was one of the major features of Far Cry 2. Like, it was designed so that the mechanics were the interesting stories that happened. Whether it's the time that a fire got out of hand and boxed you in, or that time you gun jammed at the worst possible moment. But this time it's your arse jamming.
That's not a phrase you needed to say today, but never mind, here we are.
One mission I played saw me controlling this elderly spy as I attempted to steal some meds. Obviously the NHS is on its knees because it's post-Brexit, and like the NHS is on its knees now and we're not even into post-Brexit yet, but I won't get into that. So I crept in, garroted a man with a fibre wire and stole the van. And then when I got outside, I veered left slightly and clipped an explosive barrel and blew up.
Oh.
So the game switched me to my next agent, who said this.
Oh dear. Nothing a pint and a shag can't fix, I-O.
Oh my word. That just sounds like a comedy. It doesn't.
Yeah, it is. It's very funny, but it's stupid as well, but in a good way.
Okay.
So yeah, now I'm playing as a football hooligan while my spy rests up at the hospital, and I stealth kill people by headbutting them in the back instead of fibre wiring them. So the idea is it makes failure interesting. If this happened in any other Watch Dogs game, my anecdote would just be, so I broke into this place, I stole a van, and then I got outside and I died, I loaded a checkpoint, I did it again and didn't die.
Yeah, that's fair.
As fun, is it really? Let's be honest.
No, it's not very fun at all. So how does that work in the story?
Yeah, so there's still a main story, it's not just like a sandbox. Basically, DedSec's been framed for planting a bunch of bombs across London. It's a false flag attack used to justify the increased security you see around, hence all the drones and sci-fi checkpoints. And the streets are now governed by a private military corporation called Albion. You see protesters with signs that say private military
This is so your game, isn't it?
It's the Kirk McKean game, yeah. It doesn't matter who you're playing as for each cutscene either. They'll just appear in the cutscene with their own voice acting, their own model, wearing whatever clothes you put them in. I honestly don't know how they've done it, to be honest, because it's unlike anything I've seen before. There's so many different kinds of people you can be.
So it sounds like it's pretty political. That's quite weird for Ubisoft, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Watch Dogs 2 was pretty self-aware. I remember a mission in that where you're controlling like a Knight Rider style car, and the face recognition software can't pick up the protagonist's face because he's black. It's a bit like the real world where some hand dryers aren't built to recognise darker skin. Even our technology is systematically racist, basically. And it was a smart little, like, jab at our society. Watch Dogs Legion gives us an outsider view of Brexit and the havoc it'll wreak on our tiny island. That private military firm, by the way, they're called Albion, which means the island. So that gives you an idea of what they think of us as just like a tiny, insignificant island that hates itself. Anyway.
Oh dear. Keep your politics out of video games, Kirk McKean.
I can't help it. It shows the English is overly patriotic, like football-hungry cartoon characters. It's pretty funny, and I can't wait to see how that commentary spreads out across the entire game.
It sounds pretty interesting, and I've loved watching all this capture back, and I can't wait to get my hands on it myself.
Watch these dogs.
What? Oh god.
Like,
yeah.
It's like watch this space, but dogs.
Yeah, cool. Well, on that note, thank you so much everyone for watching this video. If you liked what you saw today, please do like the video and subscribe to VG247 for more videos like this one. We'll be covering Watch Dogs Legion when it comes out, and you can read more about it on the site. So make sure you check that out. The link is in the description. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Bye!